Saber, the implied force drain, the wall slam by Sion, all symbolize that her force connection has been damaged. Some notes state that Nihilus drained her of force connection to the point she was defenseless but did not kill her. While there is no canonical line explicitly stating Kreia is a wound in the force, she is described as being made whole and blinded. The talk page on Wikipedia quotes her earlier as becoming worse than dead, like an absence in the force. Thus, the scene works as the moment she crosses fully into trauma. Not just wounded emotionally, but wounded metaphysically in the force. This positions her not just as villain or manipulator, but as one of the wounded. If Kreia is a wound, it deepens her dialectic. She despises the force, because she both suffered and came to see its tyranny. Her wound enables her to teach, lead others in ways outside the usual Jedi-Sith paradigm. It makes her unique among the triumvirate. Whereas Nihilus and Sion are overtly Sith monsters, Kreia operates more subtly, philosophically. Her wound is less about hunger and more about absence, rebellion, liberation. It gives depth to the exile's arc. Kreia's focus on the exile arises because the exile already is a wound in the force. Kreia sees in that condition the means to a new metaphysical end, the death of the force, or freeing beings from it. Thematically, wounds in the force break the notion of the force as neutral or benevolent. Kreia embodies a voice that says, the force is not just a tool, it is binding and its ruptures matter. The lore does not explicitly label Kreia as a wound in the force in the same direct way it does the exile or Nihilus. Many of the claims are from analysis and fans' interpretation. Because of cut content and the unfinished nature of KOTOR 2, some details are ambiguous. The concept of wound is itself abstract. It ranges from passive absence, the exile, to active hunger, Nihilus, to philosophical severance, Kreia. One might argue Kreia is less a wound and more an agent of wounds. Yes, one can argue powerfully that Kreia becomes a wound in the force after Nihilus and Sion betray her and drain or damage her connection. This reading aligns with her dialogue. There are techniques within the force, against which there is no defense, her treatment by her former apprentices, and her own obsession with the wound phenomena via the exile. In that sense, she stands as a mirror and counterpart to the wounds of the exile and Nihilus, embodying absence rather than hunger, rebellion rather than submission, design rather than instinct. Her wound is not simply a consequence of war, but a deliberate, spiritual, and metaphysical turning point.